guys, it is Monday. It's actually Sunday, but I decided to record my video again because I look nice today. And yeah, I kind of want to look nice in my videos. So they're probably going to be on Sundays, actually recorded, Mondays uploaded. There you go. Anyway, I figured out that my substitute stuff has been all checked out, at least my references, and I did my interview and everything, and now they just have to go through the stuff again like some other people, and so I should be ready to go in just a couple weeks. So yay, I'm really excited because I'm super bored. And I'm also excited to teach and make money again. That'll be nice. What happened this week? I went to a football game, UNLV, against Northern Arizona University. It was really boring because I don't like football. But it was fun because I got to hang out with people, and me and this other girl, Brittany, we talked for a long time. And she's going to come with me when I go to Los Angeles, which is going to be October 14th. And I'm really excited about that she's going to be able to come. She was really excited. I guess she wanted to go to Los Angeles like a week or two ago, but didn't have anyone to go with, and I was like, I would have gone with you. That's all I wanted to do is go to Los Angeles. So yeah, I'm excited for that. She's also going to be coming with me when I go home for Thanksgiving, because she lives in Burley, Idaho, or she lived, I guess, because now she lives here for a little while at least. But that's weird because my parents, or my dad and his family are from Rupert, which is like 10 miles from Burley, maybe. But ridiculously close, and they're very, very similar, and most people in those towns know each other. So it was really weird when she said that, because I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yeah, so I'll be back up for Thanksgiving, and possibly for Christmas. I guess my uncle said my parents might be coming here, in which case I would not go home for Christmas then. But yeah, future plans are fun things. What else do I have to say? I read part 2 of the book, and I looked up the poem that we were talking about, and it says it's from Oh So Anonymous, which is oh so anonymous, so the person is not a real person. It was just a poem written by the author for the book. Kind of like in The Fault in Our Stars, there is the book, An Imperial Affliction by Peter Van Houten, and he's not real either. Which I was really depressed because it sounded like a fantastic book. And everybody's like, John, write it. And he's like, no, it's Peter Van Houten's book, not mine. I still gotta go write it. Anyway, so yeah, I read the second part, and it was really depressing at the end when he said that, because I don't think he was saying he wanted to commit suicide or anything, but I think he was saying he understands why people want to, like, they feel that depression and despair. And I think that's pretty normal, not like feeling like you want to kill yourself or anything, that's not normal, but it's normal to be that depressed as a teenager in love. I don't know, I guess I'm the only one of us who is a teenager in love, and there is this sense of imminence, I guess, in it, that like this is the only love you're ever going to get kind of thing, and that you're so excited about it and all your like hormones and everything are going crazy that you feel like it's the end of the world. So I completely understand that, and I understand the searing jealousy accompanying those feelings in high school. So I understand why he would say that, and why he would feel that way. But yeah, I don't know. It was very depressing. I also listened to Asleep by the Smiths, which is a fairly depressing song. Somebody is angry. But it's a fairly depressing song, but it's kind of beautiful. I watched a video with it, and it was all in a cemetery, which was really creepy, especially since the song is kind of about suicide. But I guess I listen to a lot of songs about suicide, so I do think they're kind of beautiful in this tragic kind of way. But yeah, I mean, it sucks that he's feeling that way. And I agree with Becky, I don't think that him and Sam should be a thing. But I do sense that something more is going to happen with them. Besides that, I'm curious about his Aunt Helen, just because he talks about her so much. It's really depressing that he talks about, like, that she was sexually abused and everything, which is kind of just horrible. I don't know how people grow up with any semblance of normalcy after that's happened to them when they were a child. Like, it just makes me realize how completely lucky I am that I never had to go through anything like that. But yeah, I mean, it's really depressing, and it's really depressing that he feels at fault because she left to get him a present on his birthday, and then she died. And I don't know how you'd really ever get over that either. Like, that's horrible. So I feel really bad for him. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that his mom understands kind of his panicky moments, that his family is understanding of it instead of thinking that there's something wrong with him. I mean, obviously, like, he's not perfectly normal, and there is kind of something wrong with him, but not being like, you should fix this yourself. They realize that it's an actual problem, and that they need to help, which is great. Becky also said something about we accept the love that we deserve line. That, I think, does Bill say that? I think so. And that the sister feels like she deserves someone who beats her, but that's not really true. There's this, I mean, I wouldn't know. I've never been in an abusive relationship, at least not like that. Well, I mean, I haven't been in an abusive one. But there is a sense of women who are in abusive relationships, not that their significant other is, like, they don't think of them as being abusive, especially if she only gets hit once, because she thinks it's never going to happen again, so she's not worried about it. She was, like, proud of him that he stood up for himself. She wanted a strong man, and that's what she got. So I think that's part of what it was, too, that we accept the love we think we deserve. So she thought she deserved a strong man, and then she thought she created a strong man, but a strong man is not someone who hits a woman in any way, shape, or form. But, she feels like that's what she deserves, that's what she wants, is this guy, and that's what she's getting. And I mean, it might not be the best relationship, but it's one that she wants. And he is not thinking of this girl as someone, who verbally abuses him and bullies him, really. Maybe beforehand he's thinking of this woman who, probably thinking this woman who loved him and cared for him enough that she pushed him. Because people, especially when they feel they're in love, I would do quotation fingers, but I'm holding the camera, they feel like they don't feel like what the other person's doing, even if it's a bad thing or, like, harmful to them, they try to see it in the most positive manner possible. Because it's hard to see someone critically, I guess, to view them from a neutral angle when you feel like you're in love with them. Because then everything about them becomes good, even if it's not a good thing. Or it becomes, it just isn't bad, I guess. So, there are things about Danny now that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how I dealt with that. But when it was happening, I don't know, I wasn't focused on that part of him or whatever, and so I didn't think about it, and it was fine. So, yeah, I mean, I don't condone it, obviously, but that's my thoughts on the relationship. I feel like this video is getting really long now. I just have one more thing to say, because I was really excited about this. For one of my classes, I have a test this week. But we have an option in that class to post out, is what it's called, of the test. So you do some responses to some people's stuff, and you do some questions that you answer, and you do it, like, thoroughly and well, and then if you get above, like, you submit it, and then if you get above an 85%, then you get to not take the test, and whatever you get, that's what you get for the test grade. And so I was kind of really nervous about it, with, like, all the online proctoring, and, like, I was looking at what we needed to know for the test, and I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to memorize this. and remember. But I got an email yesterday that said, congratulations, you got a high enough score to post out of the test, which I was like, yay! And then that said, go to the website to see what your grade was, and I was expecting it to be very close to 85%, which is the lowest you can get and still not have to take the test. And I went and looked at it, and I got 100%, and I was like, I'm a boss. This class is going to be way easier than I thought. But yeah, so I was pretty excited about that. I just wanted to let you know. I had a very long moment of elation. I'm still pretty happy about it. So yeah, classes are going pretty well. And that's it. Haley, I hope you're having fun on your trip. I was slightly sad that your video was so short, but I'm glad that you got one up, and that you got to see Hayden. That's great. And Becky, I'm just excited for you with your job and your moving and all of your many life changes about to begin. So I hope you guys are doing great, and I will see you on your days. Bye.